Greetings and salutations, gamers. This is Sil Talon coming live on 11/29/2022. Today we'll be playing some Everquest. We'll be going to Ashengate North and SOLTERIS. So sit back, relax, and enjoy as we go with our friends with the Filthy Casuals and myself, Sil Talon, as your host this evening. With that being said, let's go ahead and get in nitty gritty and have some fun here. We get DZ rolling up at the moment, and we're getting all buffs out, and we're pretty much done and ready here. Let's see here. What buffs do I need? I got the basic ones I need, though. All right, good. So, with Ashengate North, we'll be doing the Armies of Denlith first. That'll be a wave event. So we'll get a certain number of waves. We'll get about 3 waves. Once we clear all 3 waves, we finish. And then we'll move on to Lothar the Black, which is the first mini-boss fight of the main boss. So we'll see how things go. So sit back, relax, and enjoy as we play tonight. Here is your Paragon. We have 3 Beastlords, guys, so if you need a Pharaoh, contact one of us. We'll get you on the list. Hey, Volcron74. What's up? Not much, just extremely exhausted from work. I've been working since 5:40 this morning, all the way to 6. We had a very nasty snow day, and they kept us busy all day long. It's been a lot of fun. Yay. So it's been really rough for me today. So how you been doing? Did you get all your gears, more gear recently? Yeah, and the reason why I wasn't around for a week and a half was I was working on cleaning up my apartment and had to get that done or for inspection purposes. So I had to do it every day after work, pretty much 4 hours a day on the weekdays, and the whole weekend was also. Then I had to do all the cooking for Thanksgiving, cleaning up after that. You know how that goes. A lot of fun and stupidity all around. I cooked for me, my 2 roommates, and 2 old people. Gave them nice big fat plates of ham, mashed potatoes, gravy, and stuffing. I said I would cook them some Thanksgiving dinner. So I gave them a big helping of ham, about a pound and a half worth of ham, and a good amount of gravy and mashed potatoes and stuffing. So they would definitely have a little bit of leftovers for the day.
Really should go for the true shots. Traits.
Yep, casters can do flame traders casters can range.
Oh well. So it's been a lot of fun overall. I enjoyed my Thanksgiving. It wasn't half bad. Kind of wish it was a little better, you know. But what can you do? But other than that, got the entire apartment really clean, deep cleaned. I wish I had some paint. I would also repainted some of the walls here and there. Um, I mean, I went through and I cleaned every appliance, every countertop, everywhere I could, re-straightened up everything. It was a complete, makeover of each room. Started off with my sleeping area, went to the computer room, which was the next day. Then the third day, I went to the kitchen, did that. Then we had Thanksgiving, so then I had to clean up after Thanksgiving on the fifth day. And then on sixth day, I went in hallway, and seventh and eighth day was the kitchen. I had a couple days where I took a break as well from cleaning because I was so sore. All that scrubbing. I went through three um, bottles of soft scrub, one bottle of Windex, and a bottle of something else, and a whole thing of Pine Sol. So you can tell I used a lot of stuff. Place looks really nice now. Oh, I'm also going to be streaming Warhammer 40K Dark Tides starting tomorrow. So that's going to be replacing Generation Zero. I actually got the beta and tried it out for a couple days and was really enjoyed it. It's a fun game. Kill the heretics. So I'm kind of snacking on some chocolate and mint to get my energy levels back up. It was a very, very long day. Actually got to see something out of a movie today uh, with a different bus company. A first student was dumb enough to drive two large buses up a steep hill over off of Nicollet and 48th and 49th area. And the buses went halfway up the hill, and they were forced to stop at the light in front of the school. And it was at such an angle at that point that the buses started sliding backwards, two of them at the same time. So both these buses were sliding backwards, thankfully with no cars behind them at the time because the snow was falling and people were kind of avoiding the area. And some people did decide to go up the road, and they were faced with two buses, literally one after the other, sliding backwards down a steep hill, uncontrolled, basically barely controlled. And they were going so slow that a couple drivers got out of their car and started rushing down the hill, telling people to get their cars out of the middle of the road quickly, as these two buses are slowly at 1 or 2 miles an hour sliding backwards down this steep hill on the snow. They got all the way down the hill without getting in any accident, luckily, but it was so funny. Like 12 cars had to, pull over to the side or go down the other roadways to get out of the way of the buses that were sliding backwards. Because the drivers did not remember that snow is slick and they're on an angled and they cannot stop going up a hill. And what did they do? Oh, we decided to stop going up a hill, and they got punished for it. It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny to watch it. Hey, Mech Warrior, how's it going? Not much. Beast folk doing beastly things in the dark together, and they all bound. In the darkness, they are bound. Modified Lord of the Ring little speech there. Wish targeting would be correct. Okay, I'm not going to even bother if that's going to be that bad. Oh, you had some visitors today?
Currently,
Nice.
and enforcers are going to be nice.
Did you launch the hunter killer drones to go after them? Oh, jeez. So what happened to the poor unfortunate souls? Did you dress up as a guy in body armor with spiky bits and running around with a flamethrower, screaming "Burn the heretics"? Sorry, that was a kind of a Warhammer 40k reference there. My bad. Oh, jeez. Now, if you dressed up as the Predator, that would give him a scare, definitely. Oh, jeez. It's a good thing no one got hurt. Scaring them was one thing, hurting them is another.
Here they come. Get 4 assassins first, followed by the enforcers. The enforcers are going to be nice. And minerals.
Attack now!
Do you have a sign on your property that says, warning, there are traps on the property? Please do not enter at your own risk. Because if you literally put a sign down saying there are traps on the property, say hunting traps on the property, then if they walk into them, it's their fault. There are active hunting traps. They were warned by the sign. If they didn't read it, then that's their problem. Probably should ask the sheriff that question if it's if it will save you some trouble if that's up like posted. The fact that they're yeah, it's still funny as shit. Why are they going on your property? That's the thing. If they've been on your property before and they know that there's stuff there, like traps, why are they trying to troll you? So, is it the same people doing this? Or same group of people? I mean, it's obvious that if it's the same group of people, they're just trying to get you in trouble. Ah, I mean, all you had to really do is have a sign that states that there are active hunting traps on the property. Enter at your own risk,
Uh,
or something like
I
that.
see now.
And if they spring the traps that you have, then they can't complain.
Yeah, focus on them.
You have 20 of them.
Sweet.
But you know what I mean. All you have to do is
Right.
put signs up saying there are active hunting traps. I am not responsible if you get hurt from them. You know, you have them everywhere. Yeah, but the thing of it is just put signs up there saying there are active hunting traps. Do not enter. That'll keep you from any legal issues with them getting hurt because you already put up a sign warning them that there are traps on the property for hunting. Everywhere, sir. Yeah. That helps with the arrows flying at their asses. But I mean, you do. I would honestly have some signs up stating there are active hunting traps on the premises. Do not enter property.
Maybe have some ads. So pick up the ads first.
Because then, if they get hurt from any of those traps, you are not liable. You have signs literally stating there are active hunting traps here. You're not even supposed to be here.
And
That's funny.
that's all.
You should probably talk to the sheriff and ask him, would it be smart to put signs out saying there are active hunting traps on my property? That way, if they trip any of your traps and they get hurt, because you have signs out, you're not liable for their injuries because they were warned about prior to entering your property by signs. It might save you some legal issues down the line if something were to be a little troublesome, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Because honestly, with rich people, cover your ass. So they have no excuse to try to sue you if they get hurt. And you got the sign sitting there, and the sheriff knows about it, and you have the sheriff see them too. And anytime that they try to say, well, they weren't there when we previously, then the sheriff goes, I witnessed that they were there at this such and such date. They were on the premises. There's no excuse to sit there and say there was nothing there. It's to cover your butt. Remember, they can do a lot of damage to you with lawyers, and lawyers are like the devil's advocate. I don't trust a lawyer as far as I can throw them. I'm serious. I couldn't even trust them, even if I could throw them any distance. Get arrows with foam tips and shoot them directly with foam tipped arrows. Foam arrows. That's so funny.
So that's all the trash. Alright.
Okay, this is what we got for stuff. Boot mold, skull cap, bracer, and finger. A waist and finger. Not bad. Or better yet, you tame a bear and then you train it to ride it and go bareback riding with your bow and arrow, chasing rich people. Dressed like a Native American, or a or a completely drunk Russian. I mean, there's a lot of ways you can have fun with them. But it does sound like they're actually going onto your property as dares and bets. That's a problem. Oh yeah, bareback riding archer. That would be terrifying. That would literally be terrifying to be at the receiving end of that.
Alright.
You can have so much fun with it. It sounds like you're enjoying the chasing of the rich kids on your property in some way. Somehow, I kind of get the gist. You're actually enjoying tormenting these poor kids. Gives you something to do other than just a whole bunch of work. It's a hobby. Yeah, I figured as much. You might as well put. You might as well make a. Yep. Scribs or baguette. Anybody will do.
Alright, yeah, I'll just use scrubs for what will be 17 minutes until the second network bites. It should be back to north then, right?
Yeah, easily. It's 15 minutes. What you could do is you could make a really nice carnivalish sign that says "Welcome to Sergi Land," where wherever they're usually entering your property from,
Everybody else is just like,
and put a sign that has, you got to be this high to be able to sneak onto the property, and then
alright,
give
scrubs.
a list of warnings as to what expect, like crazy drunk Russian, uh, traps, attack dogs, and all that. Just make it out to be like a very playful, carnival style type signage. And it sounds like they're always entering at a certain point of your property, so you can put it up there
Alright, this
and
is
make it a complete gag joke for them,
this is
and then they'll realize
sound
you're literally making fun of them.
yeah, when these do start turning in, lasting a little bit, yeah, we should disable the sound side and clear off ads
So,
as
am I coming in through clearly?
warnings.
Well, you don't have to make actual exploding landmines. What you can make is paint landmines that explode paint all over them, like in paintball wars. You could also set up paint claymores too. You know, that'd probably be easier. Yeah. They get hit by it, and then there's a flash, and they walk over and they see this old camera that's makes the photos automatically. Uh, show the picture of them all painted up. And what you do is you have it in a box and everything, and it says, "Please donate $1 for picture." That'd be so messed up. I think you might attract more people that way, unfortunately. If you make it too much fun, you'll probably attract too many people. True. Then you can make arrows with big, like, um, po- ping pong size heads that is filled with that it's easily breakable, but it's filled with paint, and you can shoot them with your paintball arrows. It hurt a little, but wouldn't kill them. Oh, what am I eating? They're Dove dark chocolate with mint swirl little candy biscuits. They're really delicious. I need something to get my energy levels up. I've been working since 6 a.m. this morning straight without any rest. We had a big snowstorm hit here, and it just caused havoc on everything. This is what it is. Oh, wow. Yeah, the usual. The usual dirt meal. Oh, I'll be adding Warhammer 40k Dark Tides to the stream list this week, by the way. I think you'll be happy to see something quite different. Okay, sweet. So I played the beta test of it already for a few days. I had a lot of fun with it. I was playing a priest class. It was a lot of fun. They have Marksman, Psyker, and Ogren as the choices. When launch day comes out, I think they're adding another class or two as well. Don't know until tomorrow. All right, let's see what we got from good old Lethar. The first. Haunting Ruby Amulet.
I mean, if it was, yeah, you mentioned the 97 visuals, I think
We got Arm Guard. So we got two Arm Guards. Nice.
we might most likely get out of combat regen just based off their mana right now.
garlic pork chops and a creamy mushroom sauce, German fried potato dumplings, and mac and cheese. Okay, what's the difference on German fried potato dumplings? What's that all about? I have not heard of that dish before. What did you do? Kind of make a potato pancakes, folded it in half, and put some meat in the center of it, and called it a potato cake dumpling or something? That actually sounds delicious, though. I should actually try that sometime. Get the shake and bake stuff to make the potato um, pancakes, and then put some meat in the center of it, wrap it up.
I'm gonna open up the second arm guard to help.
Interesting. Currently, right now, we just finished the Lothar 1.0 event. We're going to be moving on to the next event, which is going to be up here. We're going to kill the main guy, tank one of the drakes, have one of the other drakes mezzed, while we keep the golems from being revived by the artificers. It's a fun little fight. It's pretty easy. Yes, yes, you are a man of culture. You do have a lot of dishes under your belt for cooking. Those years of travel have gone a long ways for you, which is actually pretty cool that you're able to make all these different dishes. Yep, I work hard and I play well when I can. But other than eating well, I need to work on that.
Alright, second arm goes to Aradune. Oh, I see violence.
Are you trying to take over for the spot of the one commercial with the guy who does the alcohol? The most interesting man on earth. What is it? The Bacardi liquor or something like that? Yeah, that's what it is. The one where he always says the most interesting man on earth needs to have the most interesting liquor on earth, something like that. I can't even remember the name of it. Uh, you're too busy chasing those kids on your property and their little dog too. Kind of reminds me of an episode of Scooby Doo.
Alright, let's go ahead and move up the east walkway.
Oh, jeez. Remember, you can't really do that. Not until it's the post apocalyptic time. Not until then. But you can make one to make them all colory.
Okay.
Paintball traps. What'd be even funnier is if you got yourself like 6 paintball guns and you made a firing line as a trap, and they have to go through that certain area, and you have the paintball guns hidden, so when they trigger the trap, they get nailed by a volley of paintballs. They would be screaming like crazy. Those hurt when you get hit by them. They can even leave welts.
Sorry about that.
Oh, no, you just make it, you set it up as a trap. You cleverly hide the paintball guns in a area where if they have to get into another area but it's blocked off by a corridor or sorts or something, you can hide the paintball guns in a line somewhere, and so when they trigger the trap, it fires them all off until they unloaded their contents. And so as they get hit by multiple paintballs, they just get splattered. Oh, true, true. Well, then again, you can make the paintball arrows with the like ping pong size head full of paint and nail them with arrows that way. Have my tricks. Just so you land. That is pretty funny. You could put up a sign that says "Beware of loose lions." Beware of loose lion. And then give Jumbo the haircut of a lion. Yeah, true. We wouldn't want that. Or a sign that says "Beware, army of chinchillas."
Alright, nice job.
Here we go. Let's see what fun loots we got. We got the belts, Mark of Ashengate, and there's one more item floating around. Ah, here we go. Shield of Fire and Fury, and we got a glove mold and a skullcap mode. Not bad.
There's a shield. Yeah, that's good. That's a shield.
Forward will need a call. I decided to take a
Yeah.
long path.
Sorry, I'm trying to find you.
I got him in heal range, so.
Alright,
I'm sitting on a rock.
Hamma or Zaps can call you.
Thank you.
True. Like what happened to the one group that tried to take the dog. They had the unfortunate accident of running into a log that just happened to be there. Fire in the hole! It was a logging experience. I bet that will be in the captain's log. this is getting bad.
Loot is bidding.
It's getting pretty bad. So I'll stop for now. Log. All right, one more. It's log. It's logs in the horizon. You just have to look up. And since you took out a vehicle, it's a logging spree. Instead of killing spree, logging spree.
So it says as you wait for it, please double check that you've already got it.
Hmm. Anti-take logs. You want to know what'd be terrifying? Is if you modified the logs with a spring-loaded spiker. When you fire off the logs, it automatically triggers the spring load and spikes um, while in midair, shoot out of the sides and top. Not like fly, just push out so they're out and about. That would be so dangerous. Spiky bit logs. All right, we're going to be fighting Lothar version 2. This is the actual raid fight, the end of the zone boss fight. That's coming up next here very shortly.
Opening up the hat to all. Oh, no, Shatter Me. Go.
Don't tell me you made a repeater bolt thrower. A repeating bolt thrower. And you have bolts already made for it. I was just curious. Now, the question is it the anti-personnel version or the siege version? There were two versions in medieval time. The siege version was basically firing a 8-foot length log with a metal tipped spearhead. The anti-personnel one is basically a 4-foot long shaft, about an inch thick, with a serrated or barbed spear tip front, or a double version of that. And that could take down a horse and a knight in one shot easily, and knock down several people along with it, or skewer several people. You want to know what actually be fun is if you made a siege disc thrower. You know what I'm talking about, right? It looks like a flat bladed fan, but it's sharp on the edges, and you spin it up before you launch it off, so it's spinning while it's flying. Ooh, that'll be nasty. Let's see, we got. Wow. Wow, we have no healing in this group. Yeah, this is gonna be a.
Everybody stepped up.
All right, this is gonna be interesting. We only have a paladin for cures and somewhat healing, and then have myself as a beast lord for healing. Ooh, this is gonna be really rough, but we got it planned out.
All right, Kirk, Chunk, you all set?
Actually, 1 second. Okay, I'm set.
All right, so Chunk, you're going to trigger it by saying die to left bar.
Please kick.
You want both?
Yes, please.
Here you go. Done.
Okay, there we go. I gotta save my mana, all of it, for healing. Okay, that looks to be it. Nice. All right, let's see what we got. There's a lot of fun medieval toys back in the day that they made. The man catcher, the cat o' nine tails. Just name a few things. Depending on what type of artillery unit you're looking for, they had a lot of creative stuff, which was truly interesting. We got the flesh melter, Lothar's Maul. Cape, chest guard, and leggings mold. Not bad. Then we got the item for crafting, the two things for flagging, and the item for the charm quest. So next we're going to SOLTERIS. You probably did a cake of some sort. A cake or a pie. That would seem most logical for this time of year. Most likely a pie. Because we're right near Thanksgiving and all that.
I've got enough tells thinking, well, I'll send tells to people who are going to swap out.
Everybody alive?
Looks that way.
You made truffles? Truffles is what again? The chocolate covered mushrooms or something? Now, if it's chocolate covered mushrooms, did you use the psychedelic mushrooms? That would be really bad. Round ball, like, oh yeah, the very thin layered round ball with the stuff inside. It's usually a very light and fluffy chocolate, or even a dark and savory dark chocolate, depending on how you make it. Now I remember what it was.
Alright, loot is sitting.
You definitely have more skills than the average person. That's for sure.
Unless that shit hell not dropping was after me, of course.
Oh, it looks like we are in
All the stuff you can make, it's wow. Now, is this mostly from memory, or is it from cookbooks that you've collected as well? So how much longer do we have? 9 days until the next expansion?
Next Thursday.
So we got 3 more raids.
Ah, cool. Can I get DKP for the raids I missed because of cleaning? I'm just kidding. I know I can't.
But it's nice to hear you got that all taken care of.
Yeah, basically what I've was told is in December at the end of it, they're coming in with a full-on inspection team with a fire marshal and 2 other groups because they're renewing their licensing for the building, all of it in one go. So it's a huge, huge thing for them to not have any problems.
I would imagine so.
Because otherwise they'd have to wait another 6 months to reorganize the inspections of all three, and they would have to clear out the entire building.
Serpent's Essence is open to all.
Beastlord, I don't know if we can add new people to the DZ at this point.
So
We can try, but I
Huh,
think Lethar.
not bad.
yeah, Lethar does block it. If they're already in the DC, then they can commit for it.
If it's gonna rot, I'll take one shadow. But
I mean,
because if it, I'll
maybe.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It may be excellent. Who knows? I'm not that big into cooking, but I do cook from time to time. I do like what I cook too. But it is pretty good to have that much into memory, and plus all this other stuff you do. Not very many people retain so much information.
Permanent headquarters, you cannot relocate it outside of Solteris.
From what we can do, those marks are rotting.
It's nice to see that we have pretty much everybody have all their marks.
Yeah, I was worried that people were kept waiting to get that. That could change.
I didn't get the spells from SOLTERIS because they weren't that good for me, unfortunately.
Aren't the marks the back flag? Okay.
But it's only half a back flag. You still need the faction.
That's pretty cool.
Shall we swap it to Kata for
And I
when we get there?
and I bet you made your own ovens and stuff too out of stones and other stuff.
Done.
So you got that home style
So
cooking set up.
this fall, they think it's looking we can start spinning up our Solteris DC. We won't get all the way through it tonight, of course, but we'll finish it up on Thursday.
So here's a good question for you: a heavy blanket or a thick blanket, um, and 3 inches of candle and a lighter or some matches. How would you use that if you're out in the snow with nothing else but that, and say a pack for food for a few days?
Took a long time to zoom.
There we go. Banner's done.
Does the DC load, or do I have to get Valk to drop?
It loaded.
I wonder if you can figure out what you do for this type of setup. It's a survival skill. It actually works really well too. Can get the
I
I'll
have a DC.
I'll explain it after a moment after you reply.
Yeah, should be open now.
It's I'm inside.
Mine didn't show up until I zone, so you may have it and just clicked.
Or do you want me to explain it real quick? How you use those three
I
items?
think because we had 55 in raid, it gave it to everyone, but didn't pop up for people.
I don't think I'm on it.
That's true.
You want to explain what you do?
Sure.
So you put one more loading screen.
You wrap it around yourself or over you. There's a distinction in this part of the information you put out.
So a reminder, healers, make sure you have RGC up so we can endure the gargoyle, the TT.
Let me know if any of the knights are sitting. Just the next harvest.
No, where you sat were
That's
Beastlords and
correct.
3 others.
So the scenario is this: you're in the woods, and it's starting to snow or has snowed before. So the snow is all around you.
Yes, go ahead.
You have a light backpack. You got stranded somehow, and you're walking around, and it's starting to get really cold and dark. All you have in your pack is 2 to 3 days worth of food, 3 inches of candle, actually a long 9-inch candle, um, a knife, a um, let's say a lighter or a box of matches, a heavy blanket, and a canteen. So just bare minimal stuff for survival. And you're decently clothed uh, in gear to keep warm, but it won't last you over the night because it gets really cold. What you do is you find a tree to lean up against. You take the heavy blanket and pull it over you, of course. As you're kind of sitting huddled in like a fetus position, you put you break up the candle so it's 2 or 3 inches long, and kind of dig it into the snow to make its own little cradle, or put it onto something that will keep it okay. Um, Light it, and then just sit there. Within about 5 minutes to 10 minutes, the uh, the heat from the candle will start warming up the air inside the blanket that you're covered up in, and it will warm up to literally 90 degrees in there easily in about 30 minutes. So you can actually literally have a candle going on, sleeping about 2 to 3 inches for a full night, keeping you warm. It's a it's a really good cold weather survival tactic. Yeah, you're pretty much right. use the tree as a brace as you sleep, for keeping you upright, while you're hunched over with your knees up towards your head and your arms on your knees, and you let the candle just burn as you sleep. You won't get good sleep, but at least it'll be comfortable than it would be freezing. And you can do that for at least 3 nights if you pan out your candles correctly. That'll give you 72 hours of warmth and survival. You travel during the day constantly, stay warm, try to get back to civilization or where someone can find you, and at night you just basically huddle up. Or if you get too cold during the day, you can do the same thing. It's amazing what a couple inches of candle does with the proper setup. I've done hot weather survival and cold weather survival uh, during the time I did a lot of my camping stuff. It was a lot of fun.
All right, so let's go ahead and move up the ramp. That southeast swing. 4 minutes. Since the mistress fight, you're going to have to kill 9 mobs in 5 minutes. Move the items handed to the right sisters, then kill Althea.
All right, this is going to be the sisters fight. We got to kill 9 mobs in 5 minutes, hand the items to the sisters, and then kill Althea.
Cheers for this.
Poison. Poison.
It's a pretty fun fight. It can be annoying, but it's fun.
So the first 2 mobs do frontal cone AoEs. Fourth one does the viral poison. So be mindful of that.
Get poison cure up just in case I get the poison, the viral.
Did anybody drag Talon's corpse with them? I'm running back. I got him.
Looks like Oki's getting it. And you know to pass me the drop
Yep,
zone.
I do know.
Yeah, I was gonna ask
I
that
do know
too.
that you're Russian. But a lot of people don't know that trick, actually. There's a lot of basic survival tricks and tips that are so simple, they're so easy, and people don't even know them or heard of them. Do you know how to make a fire pit that is smokeless and seamless? That's smokeless and cannot be seen on the ground? It's actually pretty easy to make. You dig first. You dig your about a 2 foot hole. Line the then you dig another 2 foot hole about 8 inches away from the first one.
All right, our comms set.
Then you connect the two with a 6-inch tunnel. You go to the first hole, you put your rocks down in there, and your stuff to make it nice and hot and all that for the basing. Put your wood down in there, make sure it's mostly dry, of course, and then you light it up, get it going. Then you put your food cooking in there, and what happens is the second hole doesn't have to be as big as the first, but sizable enough to where you can reach down and make the tunnel. Will give the air to the fire, and the ventilation shaft there brings the fire from there and on up. It's really easy to make, very quick too, and you can have your fire 2 feet down in the ground. Nobody will see your fire on top of the land at all, except for if they're flying overhead. They'll then see it. That's the easiest way to explain it. Then if you want to keep it being seen from an aerial view, you just make a little top for it. I've also had the privilege of watching someone build a survival shelter out of um, out of twi- tree branches, pine needles, and moss. It's pretty interesting. So was that a pretty good, simple explanation of how to make one? And it's actually really effective too, believe it or not. And you can actually expand on that too. And also with that type of setup, if you do it right, you can actually bury a pot that needs to cook for 12 hours or so in that hole after you got um, all your coals down and made up for the purpose of doing that. remember to suspend your pet.
So we are going to have to deal with Althea. She's going to have the frontal cone. She's going to be able to do both spells and the shadow step is going to keep painting. I am going to encourage us to cluster up, and the second you see her hit somebody other than a demon on that aggro, taunt until the main tank comes back in.
So we're gonna pig pile to start out.
Say that again?
You're gonna pile up to start this.
Yeah, because she's going to horde around to some of us. Again, we might take more frontal cones this way, but we had a lot of people getting jumped and swiped or sniped. All right, as soon as you can attack her main tank, bring her up.
Ready to get out.
Since we have no healer, we only have a paladin and a beastlord for healing, so we're both healing like crazy.
All right, almost there.
Might be stuck underneath.
She's stuck underneath right now. We got to pull her out.
Last time.
Need a new tank on her.
Damn, that's a lot of damage.
All right, let's get some reses out.
All right, there we go. Yeah, I do agree, Valcron. This fight is freaking horrible. MechWarrior, have a good night, and thanks for chatting. It's been a lot of fun. We'll probably swap survival techniques again later. It was a lot of fun doing that. It was fun talking with you, MechWarrior. Have a good night, and sleep well.
We will med to full before we start moving to the next event.
All right, we'll be medding to full before we move on to the next event. And I'm gonna grab another candy. I need some sugar in me again. Sugar doesn't last long for adrenaline, does it? By the way, I'll be changing out Generation Zero, which is tomorrow, Wednesday, for Warhammer 40k Dark Tides. So there's a change up in the listing. So for those of you that are watching that are curious to see what else I'll be doing, there you go. Right now they're in update mode right now, getting ready for the live launch for tomorrow.
Alright, late meeting.
Oh, forgot the loot. It's been a long night, guys and gals. Nice waste item.
All the weekly stuff is easy. Good. Nice.
See what that stuff is going for. Oh, wow. That low? I'm not spending any DKP, though. I'm just curious. I'm saving it all for SOF. 139. I gotta work on getting the last of my AA points this weekend. It's the last time I can do it. So that means I'll be going into either this Saturday or Sunday into
So we'll have some trash to clean up.
Ashengate for more XPing.
Process. Again, the process we're going to start with the orc book adds periodically.
Oh, we got our process next.
And during the orc, we'll keep main DPS on it. And during the process, we're going to have all DPS switch off the process to pick up the tabs.
Jeez, I have so much mana and health.
Prolithian mass group buff used. Prolithian mass group buff used.
Alright, let's get some mana back.
Necrid mass group buff used. Necrid mass group buff used.
Alright, looks like the mana is facing outwards. Take the west ramp down along the south side of this plateau, and then head north to the necrosis event. There will be some trash we have to clear first. Looks like we've got aggro on the orc. Are there any other mobs up there?
FD fail.
Alright, well let's go ahead. We're on the timer anyway, so it looks like we've got DI out for Stu. Stu, head on up. You're going to face it to the south. The rest of the raiders
All right, here we go.
During the
Mob gating.
all DPS on the ads first.
Can't do anything for a bit.
Sure, curve is buff up to that DI I got.
Mob gating. Three cold blasts on a process.
I got one.
Random person booted. Random person booted.
Impact 3 burst after attack.
Three cold blasts on a process.
Got one. What the? Oh well. That was really weird. No mana.
Three magic blasts on a process.
Right, without seeing an empty mana.
Random person booted. Random person booted. Review mass group buff used. Review mass group buff used.
Hmm. Nothing I can do for the rest of this fight, basically, healing wise.
It's gonna drop the ring 2 word.
3 cold blasts on a process.
Can't even cast that.
Random person booted. Random person booted. Three fire blasts on a process. Random person booted. Random person booted. Mob gating. FD fail. Three fire blasts on a process.
Nice. Nope.
Ooh, a new bug.
Everyone's back.
Charmin mass group buff used. Charmin mass group buff used.
They probably most of the cards are out of mana.
Yeah, they're all pretty low, other than Kanata has mana. But Sentinels, I suppose.
Well, where am I?
I don't know. I'm trying to follow you, and I'm just running in circles
Mm-mm.
because I keep trying to cast this on you.
I'm sitting with the wraith.
Well, either you're bugged or I am.
I can see you running around. Yeah, I don't know, one of us.
I can see Balbro's right next to my one of the warders. Balbro's sitting next to Lily's warder.
It must be me because I can't cast on this lad either.
Oh, weird. Either you or someone else already hit me with it, though, so.
Say if you think you're bugged, gate out and take the banner back. That worked this time. Do we have somebody on the bench who wants to join?
Friendly Dog probably does.
I'll come for SOLTERIS.
We've got 6 snap flags.
Got the enchanter buff, got all the other stuff, so good. Man, it's been a very long night for me. Alright, advanced loot. Oh, okay, here we go. Sorry about that. Avenger staff. Earring of Mayang's Faithful. Nice staff. Wonder what the staff is going for.
Is the van.
Yes.
Pretty cheap. Base damage 45 delay. Wow, that's not bad. No, it's a one-handed blunt. It's not a two-hander. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's better than what I got, but I'm not spending any DKP on stuff.
Camera conversation. See if everybody knew that explained further.
No, I'm not. I'm saving my DKP for SOF because we're going up 5 levels. Anything we get now is pointless unless you really need gear because you're leveling up a character.
DKP tonight, at the end of the night, as you attend every raid between now and
Yeah, like for yourself, this would be a good time for you to get gear. So for you to get gear here is actually better than getting gear in SOF. Because if you get your gear from past expansions, it's easier for you to get because not a lot of people are going to be after that stuff. And you'll be able to get stuff for cheap. So for you to get stuff from here or from the last expansion, yeah, it'd be very good for you. Did you get all your armor pieces yet? You definitely want your full armor set, by the way. What do you... Robe and legs, yeah, that's going to be your hardest one. But the thing of it is it's art. Those are primarily now going to alts, almost. So you'll be able to get it pretty quick. Oh yeah, they do. You'll probably get your leggings before your robe. But once we hit SOF and we start getting the chest drops, the robe will be open game to you very fast. Next expansion, we're going to be so busy as Beastlords in all the raids. It's just going to be unfair for us. 2 minute crack boost. Every 2 minutes, we basically hit somebody with a crack boost. We'd be crack-a-lacking. Hardcore. You know, the Beastlord version of Twitch? Yeah, it's better than Necros. And it's on a 2 minute timer, which makes it utterly ridiculous. Single target Paragon on a clicky 2 minute. That's the first thing I'm going to buy because that's going to be so in demand.
FD fail.
Think about it. How would you like to be a person who's on the receiving end of every 2 minutes? Here's a whole bunch of mana and health for you. Just constantly pumped to you all the time. Yeah, that'll be for the clerics, the shamans, the druids, and if we got enough beast lords in the mix, for other people too. But you get what I mean, right? It's gonna be insane though. It's the amount of work I'll be having to do in a raid then again. I thought just clicking Paragon and using The spiritual line was annoying. The beast crack is going to be even worse. I'm going to have to sit there and just, okay, here's a timer every 2 minutes. Boom, 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 boom. It's going to be so stupid. I can even throw it on myself while fighting. Hey, 2 minute Paragon for self. Yay!
Sister's corpse in camp.
These little candies are awesome.
All right, Blister, are you free to come with me?
Yep.
All right, everyone else, just wait.
Real quick.
He's got no substitutes.
I mean, he might die from this anyway, so I wouldn't invest too much in him for me.
Okay. Throw me SLOs.
Yeah, coming up.
Thank you.
We are going over this thing right in front of us, not the death touch. This thing. Now we're going along the right side here.
Hoopla. Yeah, I like that. You just want me to pull them through that way, or
No, I
just
think
remove everybody?
we're going to test everyone's patience tonight and walk that path and see how far we can get in. So I'll be there in a second.
Okay.
So there is a shortcut we can take that helps us avoid a whole bunch of mobs. One of everybody's favorite pools of sunlight. If you are not shrunk, please shrink up.
You want to take a small group and do the guild goal thing first?
I mean, there are some mobs that are up, so we can get. I don't know how many we're going to fight at any one time.
Here on this bridge, it lists about 5.
Right
Or
outside
not
here.
on the bridge. Yeah, that room right outside lists about 5 or 6.
Okay. All right. So if people are brave, they can follow Jedi east here. And we're going to come to this wall. And then without pushing and shoving, we're going to climb up right in front of me. And then we're going to follow this little ledge all the way around into his room.
Stop at Blister.
So yeah, stop when you get to us here.
We're trying a new way of sneaking in.
If you fall off, we all die. Well, we get a whole bunch of mobs, so don't fall off.
Just stay where you are. You can follow us in after we move in.
Or we can get a cough.
Who needs a cough?
Oh, you're
Okay, thank you.
Wow. This is a cute little trick.
How did you figure this out?
All right, can we get a cough on Mimosa, please? Thank you. One of our former guildies tipped me off to this.
Nice.
like I said, when we go around, it's going to be probably about 5 or 6.
So yeah, we're gonna go around tanks. Need to go into the room in front of him, but not over the bridge. So tanks, are you
Huh. Wow, we're that close to that.
Guys yet, or we clear trash first?
We'll have some trash we have to clear. All right, let's send tanks around and into this first part of the room at the top of the stairs. Going to be a couple mobs, pick them up. Hopefully not too many. Use the sunlight. And the rest of the raid will be able to follow around. Valdo's pushing.
It's my way.
If it can be Mez, leave it. The Tord Elemental can be Mez. Watch out for the pool of sunlight.
DA on Janine.
Somebody want to pop up a banner in case we go sideways here?
And remember, no enter Ashton. Keep going around this right wall until you see where
DA on Kanata.
is. And move into where the banner is. Hopefully we should run into more mobs at it.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Yeah, sucks. Ugh.
Lights have that big spell damage shield, so melee shield.
I got aggro because of healing. And no one was keeping aggro on that mob. It was a pool of sunlight, so there's nothing I could do to it. Since I'm out of combat, might as well met up. Not out of combat. Nothing I can do to what's there.
Well, that was interesting. I've come up with a better way for us to deal with it next time, so this will be pretty cool.
Did notice one that Dervish went running out into the field a little bit before he came back.
Well, I think what we can do next time is if we stand where we all stood before we rushed into the room, do the Two Gods event, we can send a rogue around to where the banner is now, and then we're inside the room, maybe away from a lot of stuff.
Ah, yeah, good idea.
In fact, I'm tempted to see if we can go over the wall and over to his area. We'll see. So, res up. Did Dubs going out and talk about the fight?
Got some healers in the mana pool in the field lobby headed up.
Okay, and the banner is in the spot where people can take it.
Gotta wait for 8% mana because this is expensive. Actually, let's get the pet out first.
Yeah, I think. Do we have any resers in the zone?
Yeah, I think so.
I think I see Rod
Yeah.
res without even coming across that
Oh,
that little.
possibly. The first bridge, yeah.
Yeah, he's right back there. Right up against those bridges.
All right, so we will net up and send out any rebuffs. We would have to then anyway after clearing all the trash again. So I think this will end up saving us time and Tuesday.
Pretty good idea. No, Beastlords will never get a res. Be nice if we did. Or a curse cure. But we won't get those. Those are for healers only.
Yeah, don't res me. I'm sorry.
And healing whenever your opponent's experience.
Speediest medium recovery.
Does that retain your buffs?
Yes.
So again, let's net up and debuff. This is going to be our balance fight. Throw my spam in the window and go for visiting again. This is a balance fight, so we want to be nice and careful about our TBS. TBS while I'm at it. Send Jedi Intel are a TBS. You trust yourself while the team split.
So what we just did is we bypassed a ton of mobs, which actually saved us at least 20 to 30 minutes of time, which is actually pretty good.
All right, I think I've got what I need.
The only thing we do get is cleric-like heals for our pet, and that's about it. Well, our pet does tank for us in some expansions while we're grinding and leveling up. But it's as we get higher up in expansions, it sometimes falters. It depends on what we're fighting because some of that stuff hits really hard.
And that trick will probably work another few times too, or not between islands, which I think maybe Z-axis will keep it from happening.
I'm not entirely sure.
Well, currently I have the spell right here. Promise
Dark
Mending.
Shots Mass Group buff used.
You think it might put
Dark
us in
Shots Mass Group
Oh
buff
yeah,
used.
something like that?
Yep.
Pools of Sunlight suck so much.
Commodus.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's worse or not, but we'll have to try it out.
Because the Pool of Sunlight just hit killed me in 4 hits. It just hit incredibly hard. And I got no heals. And I was trying to heal myself in the process. So I was pretty much dead. It chunked through 23k health. That's quite a bit.
Two for the 16, for the 2, 4, and 8s ones, we do need to keep them balanced within 5% health, and we will get some ads during the fight that DPS can definitely switch to and kill off. The name of this game really is control, not speed. We will likely get some of those flight. Some of them will have damage shields that they can pop, or saves them too, which can be extra drag on them. Or if you're maxing into dexterity, you can put a non-damage item in your primary hand and melee them. Casting is pretty much death. Let's go ahead and start getting your DIs out while we finish betting.
If I melee pools light, I take damage. Not as bad as casting. I take about 1,000 points damage per hit and miss. So I can swing about 20 times before I die. 24 times before I die. So it's no point in attacking it melee. And for my pet,
One of us at least has
will
that.
die within 2 seconds of attacking one of those. Yep. And the only way you can hold aggro on pools of light is taunting. They're beaten down, or they're hit by ranged primarily. Ranged DPS being um, thrown axes, items, and bows. Or melee that want to risk death. Yeah. Basically, non casting, non physical melee.
Yeah, as soon as you clear all the raid events on an island, when you restart the DZ and you're locked out, there's no trash on that island. So this is a perfect spot to stop once you leave the island respawns. We have to clear our way back from here anyway, so we basically have to clear the island, whether we continue or whether we restart on Thursday.
Now what we're doing is waiting for everybody to be buffed up and ready to go. We're just about ready to start.
We can move the raid over here to Jedi just by the bridge.
There we go.
Alright, well then Curve, when you're ready, lead the charge over the bridge. Everybody across.
Here we go. Here we go.
Split.
Ooh. Tried to heal him, but didn't get it out in time.
Janine Mass Group buff used. Janine Mass Group buff used.
Does not have a damage shield. I'm going to take them to 95. Stop on 2, take them to 90. Alright, 85.
All right. So basically now it's a game of balance with this stuff. This will be our last fight for the night. So all we do is just basically watch and attack anything that is added in. Because I'm not part of the doing damage to any of the ads.
Wait, Kangs can pick them up and hold off on TBS until I drop wood.
Group 2, drop woods.
Alright, we'll go to 95. Stop at 85. Stop on 1. Alright, 75. 70. 65.
So right now they're calling down the numbers in 5 percentages. We have to go down 5% at a time. If we go any down more than that, we trigger their massive damage effect, which they'll do 10 times more damage. So they'll hit for like 4K to 16K easily. And there's no way we can tank that. So it's very critical that we keep them within 5% of each other at all times.
35. Alright, TBS, you take it. TBS split. For DPS who are listed 1 through 8, those are going to be your assignments on your call for DPS. If you're not listed there, just hang out until we get to the 16 split.
Okay, so now we're waiting for the 16 split.
Let's go to 95.
Once we get to the 16 split, we're gonna we're gonna damage as much as we can.
Canada MGB Celestial.
Kanata mass group buff used. Kanata mass group buff used.
Hold them at 90.
Okay, we're gonna go down to 90. Gotta get everybody evened out here.
Alright, 89. 85.
85 is the next target point. What I'm doing is throwing down my slow, my melee slow on whatever comes in. So it comes to me and the tank near me can pick it up.
80.
This way I get aggro before it hits any of the tanks or healers. Hopefully.
75.
One lost theirs. I have 2 on me.
70.
Yeah, there's 7.
Yeah, just take number 7.
Going down to 65 now. Then 60 once some of them catch up. All right, we're going to 60. All we had to do is get them down 20% and we're in safe mode. Meaning once we get the 16 down, we can kill them all at our leisure. Or as quickly as possible.
Ryan, dude, if you've got your MGB up, go ahead.
55.
They're down to 55 now. The 8-man stack is actually pretty hard to balance. Because you have to be very, very careful what you do here.
50.
But once we get the 16, it's smooth sailing. Which is the next pop.
45.
The big problem with this encounter is the fact that other shit spawns and will attack us as we clear here. That's why we're trying to catch that stuff as quickly as possible.
35.
Going down to 30, so we got 10 more percent to go.
Anything else?
Chill. Who's first?
Screbs.
Krebs.
Screbs mass group buff used. Screbs mass group buff used.
They're runned out. 20. Alright, they will no longer need to be balanced.
Alright, they no longer need bounce. We'll just follow assist and kill. Very easy. Kill him! Kill, kill, kill.
DA on Kanata.
Oh, let's get Pharaoh out to my target.
DA on Janine.
You want the second Paragon going out?
Sure, why not?
Firing.
On an 8?
Sure, it's fine.
Brinna mass group buff used. Brinna mass group buff used. Tussle mass group buff used. Tussle mass group buff used. Balbro mass group buff used. Balbro mass group buff
Everybody's
used.
throwing out their MBGs. Ass group buffs. It's so funny. I'm just tearing these so fast. Woo, an AA. Puts me at 140. There we go. We got it all down. That was really nice. We had a really good night tonight. Although dying twice kind of sucked. uh, well, I got most of my XP back though.
Yeah, we just need a res on file. Oh, it just went out. Okay.
Smelly, you got a corpse somewhere, or is it out of zone?
I think out of zone, but I planted a banner. Yeah, go ahead and open up the loop.
Not bad. Yeah, unfortunately. It happens. But still, your focus would be on Ashengate loot. Mainly for the um, armor pieces to get you up there. And then there's rings and other stuff there too. I mean, Ashengate covers everything that you would want and need. And it'll be all cheap too. Here it'll be a little expensive because people are wanting some of the stuff here. Mm, 100 or 200, something like that. You'd have to ask in guild. The smalls are like 100 or
Loot is fitting.
So I'm thinking if next time we plant the banner where Jedi is standing, we can get the raid in without
not if you don't have any faction, then no, it's not worth it at all.
because if we don't clear what's in front of the bridge, it's going to add during the event when the convergence is spawned.
As long as you don't get aggro on the guard captain, right?
Ah, what
Yeah, I mean, we're not
what's
that
your
far
faction
away
at?
on this side of the lava. We shouldn't get aggro on him.
Right. I was thinking even closer, maybe just on this side where Blister is.
Possibly. Again, we'll still have to clear some trash.
On the front side, you mean?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
the
good point.
convergences tend to spawn like
just over that little bridge piece.
I don't know if you can see from where I'm standing, but there's an unaggroed pool of sunlight on the other side of this bridge. So even some of that was spawned.
Your Ambule, you can get like level 73 loot, I believe, and spells. But I think you'd need a good amount of it. And yeah, you can get raid gear too. Yeah, the raid gear comes from the stuff here. So yeah, anything that drops here is for the elite gear and raid gear. The other stuff is dropped off of just the missions.
All right, sending out an ATL as we are finished for the night. If you want to make sure that you check in on me, and Thursday we'll pick up on this island and finish on Solteris.
Okay, looks like we're done. We're getting ATL out, and that'll be it for this evening. Tomorrow evening, we're going to be doing a new video game. It's going to be Warhammer 40k Dark Tides. I was playing the beta. I really enjoyed playing it. Hopefully, you guys enjoy watching. With that being said, if you like what you see, please do hit that follow button. I do appreciate you guys taking the time to watch me play these games, and it's a lot of fun doing this. Anyhow, tomorrow night, the Dark Tides game will start around 7 o'clock. And on Thursday, we'll be picking back up with more EverQuest. We'll be finishing up Solteris. And we might be doing another instance after that. I want to thank you. Have a good night. Be safe and be well and have a lot of fun. And thank you, Valkron, for the chit chat this evening. It was a lot of fun having you aboard. Have a good night, all. Siltal out.